Of Vivaldi's 250-odd violin concertos, obviously the most famous of these are the Four Seasons, four concertos for violin and string orchestra. But hidden amongst the other 247 are three concertos for an instrument that Vivaldi called a violin in Tromba Marina. Now this, we think, was an instrument that Vivaldi may have had the idea for himself and recreated and created it for the Ospedale della Pietà, a foundling institution for both girls and boys in Venice, where the girls were allowed to play instruments and sing in the choir. Now he called it a violin in Tromba Marina because he created it in the manner of the Tromba Marina. A Tromba Marina was an instrument that looks like a tapered box. It has one string, you use a bow, you bow over the fingerboard and play in harmonics, and it creates the sound a bit like a trumpet. This instrument was around certainly in the 12th century, where it was used popularly in convents and nunneries because it was deemed unladylike for nuns to play trumpets, so they played this instrument instead. Now Vivaldi was always on the lookout for new kind of colours and textures in his compositions. So he obviously thought that it would be a great idea to have a violin that sounded a little bit louder than usual. We know that this instrument must have been pretty loud because looking at the manuscripts that survive in Vivaldi's hand, there are a lot of places in the solo line where Vivaldi asks the soloists to play much quieter, which is very, very unusual in Vivaldi violin concerti. Other than the Vivaldi manuscripts that we have, there's very, very little evidence that we can go on in order to reconstruct one of these instruments. In fact, the only written evidence that we have comes from the account books for the Pietà, which record that beaten up old violins and violas were sent to the local violin maker, who would provide these instruments with special strings and a Tromba Marina bridge. Now the strings is one interesting item because most of the strings that would be used in string playing during Vivaldi's time would have been made of probably sheep gut or beef gut. However, the fact that they purchased special strings for these instruments suggests that they may have been made of something different. Now in our reconstruction we've used brass strings. Brass was a kind of material that was commonly used in harpsichord strings, so we know that they had the technology to make these at the time. But when it comes to the Tromba Marina bridge, a bridge for a Tromba Marina is quite different to a violin bridge, which is just a simple wooden bridge like this. But a bridge in the Tromba Marina would have been made of brass, and it would have had one of the feet on the bridge would have been able to vibrate against the body of the instrument, thereby creating a buzz or a trumpet-like rasp. Now, when we were recreating this instrument, David Rattray, the Scottish luthier who was involved, in fact he came up with most of the ideas about how to do this, he said that if we use a Tromba Marina bridge, the bridge would be far too heavy for a violin, and it would kill all the sound. So you wouldn't have a loud sound as you wanted. Instead, he came up with the idea, first of all, of putting a metal plate on the back of a fairly standard violin bridge, but this the buzz created by the plate was a little bit inconsistent. So what he did in the end was to insert a pin through the bridge here with a couple of little metal discs that vibrate against the bridge, thereby creating our loud buzz. And it's very interesting, if you play this instrument, it is so much louder than a normal baroque violin. I'll just demonstrate. So this is a couple of excerpts from the Tromba Marina Concerti, played on a standard baroque violin. Now if I play the the same passages on the violin in Tromba Marina, you will understand what I've been talking about.